Hello, my friends. Welcome to my channel, Bringer of Light Intuitive. I'm Cindy. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for all of your support and your encouraging words. I love all of your comments. I read them all, and I thank you, thank you, thank you so much for them. Thank you also for letting me know if you're new here. I always want to know where you found me from, how you found me, and please say hi so that I can meet you and welcome you. Thank you for your support and your subscribing to this channel if you feel called to do that. Thank you also for all of your bookings lately. You guys have been really making me very busy and I love it. Thank you so much for all of your bookings. Shout out to all of my private clients. I just recorded an entire reading for you, an angel reading, which is what I do here every Monday, and it literally disappeared right in front of me. And so instead of pulling new cards, I still have the cards in front of me. This literally just happened, but I want to tell you what came out because it's so powerful. And I feel like that's probably why this happened, because this is such a powerful reading. And so instead of pulling more cards, I'm going to tell you what came out in your angel reading, okay? An angel reading is what I do every Monday here. It's Monday where I am. No matter when it is that you're finding this, though, it doesn't matter because they truly are timeless. And you can feel free to check out the playlist that I have here on my channel. If you like these style of readings, these angel readings, there's an entire playlist with lots of them. And so if you find one that resonates for you that was posted 2 years ago, it's for you. It doesn't matter when. But that's what I do every Monday. So anyway, what we do is we pull 3 positions: your strength position, what your heart wants to say, and a challenge position or something that you might be working on at this time. So in your strength position, we have the cancel, clear, and release card, which I have to say is my favorite. And she likes to come out for most of the time. So we also have inner child healing here. And what I'm getting from this is that this is your superpower. Your superpower is your healing journey. And you may not actually feel like you've come very far on your healing journey, but there's this inner child healing here. There's you showing up for your inner child. So this could be, some generational healing that you've been going through here. This is like patterns and programming from your past of maybe where you have been overgiving in your past and under receiving. There could be some sort of an energy of codependency here, of neglect, of abandonment. Something very well could have happened in your childhood or in patterns of the past where you gave more than what you were receiving because of some sort of wound or, program cycle that you were in the past. It feels like a repeating cycle. But see, now what's coming up as your strength position is that you are no longer doing that. You are no longer doing that. See how she's protecting herself? It's like you are protecting, you've got you now. See how she's holding that inner child? It's like you're going in and you're being that healing energy. You're being that love that you always craved, that you didn't receive. You're doing that for you now. You're holding yourself and you're saying, I got you now. I got us now. And I'm not going to let anyone hurt us anymore. I'm not going to give energy into what doesn't also give to me. And so this out of balance energy that I'm feeling here, that you've taken control of, where maybe in the past you showed up, you overpoured, you overgave, you overperformed in order to receive, but you were accepting less. And that could have shown up in your relationships. It could show up in friendships. It could show up in work as well. So here you are standing firm in this energy of I'm protecting me, I'm prioritizing me, I'm prioritizing my health, my mental health, my emotional health, my energy, and my boundaries. I'm releasing anything that does not pour into me. I'm releasing anything that doesn't, reciprocate. I'm releasing anything that doesn't fill my cup. And this is putting you in a position of power and strength. That's why it's coming up in your strength position, which I like to call the superpower position. And the healing energy is what your heart wants to piggyback on, this energy that your angels are telling you. Look, your heart is saying, and interesting that the heart chakra is the green, in this healing energy. It's like your heart is saying, yes, you have come so far in your healing journey. Things are changing because of the decisions that you're making that is putting you in this position of strength. You're no longer accepting less. You're no longer accepting crumbs. You're no longer accepting anything that doesn't value you, or doesn't show your value. And this is your heart saying, your healing journey, you're so much more farther along. You're so much farther along on your healing journey than you might truly feel like you are. You might feel like you don't feel healed. You don't feel changed. You don't feel like anything is really changing. What I'm feeling here is that this is why you're being brought to this reading. This is why you're healing. This is why you're hearing this reading, because you need to hear that you are farther along than you think. You need to hear that you are making changes. You are creating the change that you wish for. What we do on the inside shows up on the outside. And the things that you're doing here, which looks to me like you are prioritizing you're healing the old wound. You're healing that wound of like that void in your heart. You're healing it. You're healing that inner child. You're showing up and you're loving your inner child the way that you were meant to be loved when someone didn't love you right in your past. And what you in your challenge position, or what you might be currently working on or working through, is the opportunity and change card and the asking and receiving card coming up. And so it feels like, because the challenge position is something like, this is I feel challenged in this area, or it may be the opposite of what came through here. So it feels like you're not seeing the changes, you're not seeing the what you're praying for coming through yet. And so you may be thinking on the inside, like, maybe I haven't healed as much as I thought. Maybe and this is never going to change. My troubles and my challenges that I'm going through is never going to change. Just because you haven't seen it yet doesn't mean it's not happening. It doesn't mean that it's not forming in the unseen realm. This energy here says that it's challenging for you right now because you haven't seen the changes that you've been asking for and praying for. And so you might be doubting yourself. You might be thinking, I'm still stuck in the old pattern, but you're not. You're not. And that's why this reading is here, and that's why you're watching it. That's why you were brought to this reading. By the way, on my clock right now, it says 2:22. Divine timing for you to see this message and know that things are changing. Know that your prayer is being answered. Know that you just not seeing it yet doesn't mean it is not coming. Doesn't mean that it is not happening. Doesn't mean that it is not coming together for you behind the scenes. We are all on a different timeline, and we may be coming out of a really, really dark cycle of hurts and wounds, and not receiving, and pouring in all of our energy and not receiving reciprocally in different areas of our life. And if that's you, just know that your choices to stop accepting less, your choices to not pour into anyone or anything that doesn't also reciprocate and pour into you, or is unequal, you're letting go of all that stuff. But all of that doesn't mean that things change instantly. Okay? I want you to realize that your angels are with you. I want you to realize that you're more powerful than you believe. And I want you to realize that you're more healed than you believe. And I want you to know that changes are happening and you're about to receive what you've been asking for. Just because it isn't there yet doesn't mean it's not coming. We're all on different timelines. Things unfold for each of us differently, and we will never truly understand, I don't think, why things take forever, in some cases. But you were brought here to see that it is happening, and you are so much farther along in your healing journey than you believe. And that is the message for you today. I want to know who I'm reading for. As always, please comment below and let me know how this reading resonated for you. And share your story if you would like. This is a safe place, but I love you, and I will see you in the next reading.